So what I'm planning to do is to highlight some of the items that I took with me on my latest Fastpacking adventure. So I went up a few fells in the Lake District, the highest of which was Skiddaw, the summit, and I'm going to tell you, and I slept the night up there. So start with this. This is my Fastpacking bag. It's kind of like a running vest with a rucksack combined. It's got lots of pockets. I'm not sure that's a good thing because we're trying to find things in the dark, in which pocket. It's all expandable. The idea about it is it keeps it tight to your body when you're running, so it's not bobbing up and down. It also, when I got to sleep, I flip it over and it doubles as, that's my pillow as well. That's what I slept on. So I'm going to start off with the rest of just my basic running gear. So I've got some trail shoes, nice and grippy for the fells. They're not waterproof, so they do get a little bit wet in the dew in the morning. The thing I usually use this for carrying my phone on my arm, means I can get it out quickly when I need. Of course I could keep it in there, but and then in here I have some spare door keys and some cash in case of emergency. Then so I've got here a technical running shirt and shorts and my hat. I think I've nearly always run with a hat. It keeps the sweat mostly out of my eyes. It's got some reflective strips in it. But the one thing I did find, which I'll come useful, mention it later, when sleeping, I wore it when I was sleeping. I'll tell you why in a moment. Just started recently trying to run with running tights. Not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing yet, but I did find running up in the evening it got pretty cold on the top, and they gave an extra added layer of warmth, so they were useful. And then I've got some crew socks here, so running socks. Right, now I'm going to move on to the next bit of the kit. So I did also bring some waterproof layers, which I didn't need as much protection from the weather on this particular trip, but when I'm sleeping they give me extra added layers of warmth. I've got a long sleeve technical running top as well. So what happened was I started off in shorts and t-shirt, started to get a bit cooler, so I put the running tights on top of the shorts and put this on top of the shirt, so I've layered up. So that was at a height of about 500 or 600 meters up, and it was getting quite cold and windy in the evening. Later on, only as I was going to bed I put those on, but I'll go on to that in a moment. So what else have I got? Oh, I've also got here some merino wool base layer. It's probably nice to wear these right next to the skin, but because I'd already got shorts, running pads, I literally just put them on top of everything I was already wearing for an extra layer. So on my top, by the time it was time for bed, I'd got a t-shirt, a long sleeve running top, a merino wool base layer, and my waterproof coat. And on my bottom I've got my running shorts, my running leggings, base layer, and some waterproof pants. So about 4 layers. And with all of those, that meant I could get away with a 1 season sleeping bag. So you wouldn't really want to be sleeping out in temperatures below about 10 degrees really with one of these. It has some kind of comfort rating on it, but it's very, very light. This one weighs about 800 kilos or 800 grams. I'd be struggling if it was 800 kilos. And it meant with all those layers on, I do have some sleeping bags that weigh 2 or 3 kilos, but they only provide one function, whereas 1 kilo, add those up together, you probably got another kilo. But each of these gives me flexibility, like, depending on the weather and the time, and I can keep stopping and changing. Right, over to the bed. So this is a bivy bag, so it's like a giant sack that my sleeping bag fits inside. So when I got up there in the evening, the first thing I did was to roll out the bivy bag. I got in, put on the layers, got into the sleeping bag, into the bivy bag, and I was just sat upright with it over me like a giant hood while I had my evening meal. So this is an inflatable air mattress. I didn't actually used it on this occasion. In fact, the last couple of times I've found I've not needed it because I've been sleeping on long grass or bracken. And then I've brought head torch, spare batteries, and a bicycle light, which is really, really bright. And then I brought up a meal. I had a tub, and in that tub I had some pieces of salmon and some salad, and that was my main meal. And then I had a few bits of mint cake, a few snacks, dates, and I had some oat cakes and a folding spoon. Probably could have used my fingers. First aid kit, which I'm glad to say I've not had to use it yet on any occasion. And then for personal hygiene, I brought some wipes and some bags for tidying away. It's very windy up there, so the moment you use a wipe, if you let go of it, it will blow away. So that's why I keep bags and stuff in the pockets. And then I've got some zip seal bags as well, which I carry. So that is this. That's all of the kit. When I have weighed it, it usually weighs somewhere between 3 and 4 kilos. I do keep wondering about getting a warmer sleeping bag. I mean, I slept up on close to the summit of Skiddaw. The temperature was probably about 8 or 9 degrees at night, and I was cosy. But if it had been much colder, I'm not sure if that sleeping bag would have given me the warmth that I needed.